Good morning, everybody. It's been a while, and I apologize, but things have happened pretty quickly, and I'm in my new home in Indiana. Um, where to begin? First of all, I listed my home in Florida, and it sold on the fourth day. So I had already began looking here in Indiana. So my son found this home, and it's a quite a bit smaller home, which is great for me, absolutely great for me. It's a flipped house, and but the inside has been renovated. There is a lot of outside to be done, but I got plenty of time to do it. I'm not worried about it. It's winter time, so as long as the inside is livable, I'm good with that, and we'll make the changes that we need to make. So I've been here exactly 1 week. It was a week yesterday, and that was a whirlwind trip getting here. Of course, I did all the packing myself, and then the U-Haul, I had, I'd say 95% done before my son got there. So he finished it up, and he arrived on last Friday morning, and that was a trip in itself. He arrived at the airport, which he's not done a lot of flying. I mean, he's done some, but not a lot, but never into Orlando. So I was there way early, and he arrived. If you hear that noise, that's Harley playing with her toys. He arrived, and he texted me, and he said, "I'm here, where are you?" And I said, "I'm at gate 22, or door number 22. And he says, "Well, I'm at 18. I said, "Well, just walk down." I waited, and I waited, and he never showed up. So he said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at 22, where I've been." And I said, "Let me drive around and come back in and look for door 18. So I came back around, and the terminal that I was in, there was no door 18. So I said, "There's no 18 here." So then I thought, maybe you're in Terminal C. So I followed the signs, and this is two people that are directionally challenged here. So I drove and I drove and I drove. I got into Terminal C, but there's nothing there. And I pulled into this gate, and they're like, "What are you doing over here?" And I said, "I'm looking for my son. He just flew in, and I can't find him." And she said, "Well, this terminal's not even open yet." So they gave me directions how to get back out of there, and they said, "Try Terminal A." So Terminal A I go to, and he's not there. There's no door 18. So I'm like, oh God, what am I gonna do? But he finally calls me, and he said, "Where are you?" I said, "Right now." I said, "I'm back in Terminal B, and I'm sitting at door 22. I'll walk over there to you." So I said, "Okay." He never showed up. So I said, "Find somebody and ask them where you are." You know how men are, they won't ask for anything. So he found a lady, and she got on the phone, and she said, "He's at Terminal B, but he's in departures." I was in arrivals. He was right above me the whole time. So we wasted an entire hour trying to get him picked up. Got him back to my house, and we immediately set in loading the truck, finishing it up, getting things together. And of course we had to round up the dogs, get them in, get them ready. And I picked up the U-Haul. I backed it in. Well, here comes the neighbor. We're getting ready to back out to leave, and he stands in front of my car, and he went, "Did you have a boo-boo?" And I'm like, "Well, my arm? Are you talking about my arms?" I said, "They're all scratched up from moving." "Nope, you have a boo-boo." And I look up, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? In the process of backing the U-Haul in, I hit the guttering, and I crinked it good. And I said, "Why are you just not telling me this?" Well, I didn't know if you were going to notice it. And I said, well, no, I'm pretty obvious. I didn't notice it. I don't look up. I look straight ahead. So anyway, I got to get that repaired. The appraisal down there came in this week. Everything's good there. The buyer has decided not to do a inspection, which is on them. He is a contractor, and he said he can do his own. So I'm like, fine. So we're set to close on the 10th. But back to my story. We get we're headed out of town, and I had sold some things, and I had the cash in a cash bag. And we get about 40 minutes into our drive, and I realize I did not get the cash bag. So I wheeled off the side of the road, and I won't tell you what my son thought, but I run back to his truck, and I said, I forgot the cash. He said, are you just now remembering that? And I said, yep, I am. So I said, you go on, I'll go back, and I'll get it, and I'll catch up. Later on in the day, I'll catch up. So he left. I went back to the house, got the cash, got in the car, headed back out. And we drove probably 8 hours, and we finally had to give it up. It was like, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And so we had my daughter-in-law locate a motel for us. So we spent the night there, and hit the road early the next morning. Got into town. Now, mind you, I've never seen this house other than pictures. So we pull up, and I'm looking, and I'm thinking, that's a darling little house. It is just absolutely darling. And I'm getting excited, I finally have something that I can hang on to since Clay has left. And so, we walked in, and it's perfect for me. It is absolutely perfect. They had picked out all the furniture for me, had it delivered, and it is just, once I get it all organized, I'll take you on a tour. But right now, everything, I've got boxes. We've got one whole room. I look like hoarders on overload in one room. Everything is stacked floor to ceiling in there from that U-Haul. But I'm pulling a tote at a time and unloading it, and it just takes me time. I'm slow, but it's going to be a good home for me. There will be things that I'll have to, do. I have to get a shed and a bigger place to park my car. This house was built in the 60s, so, back, I don't know what size cars they had in the 60s, but this little carport is not big enough for barely my kicks. So I'm going to have a bigger carport put in, and a fence. I don't have a fence yet, but the dogs have been really well about not running away on me at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I miss Clay. I will always miss him, but I've got a new adventure, and my children are keeping me busy. I'm trying to think of what day it was. I think it was Wednesday. I got a phone call early that my daughter-in-law's grandfather had passed away. So today we're going to visitation. Up here in Indiana, they still do a 2-day visitation, and that's something I've kind of got out of the accustomed. But we're going to the visitation today, and then the funeral is tomorrow. So that's kind of kept me busy and kept me occupied. Saturday, we went to my first time going to one of his games. We went to his soccer game. I think it's soccer. Yeah, soccer game. And his team won, and he is just thrilled. And I was so happy to be able to be there. So moving to Indiana was the right thing for me at this point. And it's a big adjustment on the weather. I mean, it's been freezing cold ever since I got here. But, the 4 seasons, they pass quickly. So I'm looking forward to spring and getting in the yard and, putting my touch to it. And, just building a new life. It's very difficult. There are many, many days that I don't think that I'm going to make it, as far as, the loneliness and not having him here. Just having him around to talk to was a big part. Sorry, fart. Leave it to me. It was a big part of my life. We had many conversations, and we had a lot of silly conversations. And just not having him here for that is sad. But you know, the dogs, they keep me entertained, and like I said, my kids, they have just went way above and beyond for me since I've been here, and even before. So I'm happy about that. I'm not happy that I'm alone, but this is my life now. I will not remarry. It will just be me and my kids and my dogs and my family. That's just that's my new normal, and adjusting is going to be difficult. I understand that, but at least I am moving forward now. I'm not stuck in limbo. I'm not stuck in a home that was no longer happy. Once he left, it was not my home anymore. So now I've got this home, and I was very fortunate to get a hold of this home. Excuse me. Homes up here are like everywhere else. They're just going like hotcakes. It goes on the market and bam, it's gone. So this one just happened to be on the market, you know, when the kids were looking one day for me. The first home that I was going to purchase fell through. It did not pass inspection. So I was not going to pour a ton of money into a home that may still not be right. So they found this home. They found it in one day. The inspection came in the next day. These kids were on the, excuse me, I got sinus this morning. The kids were on the internet with a real estate agent, and they were finding me a place. So it was just accident, total accident. So it's in a very nice old neighborhood. The homes here are all built in the 60s and 70s. And they're all very sturdy homes. They're built well. Like I said, this one is a flipped home. They came in, they gutted the inside and redid it. So it's just a matter of taking the time to work on the outside. You know, like I said, I have plenty of time. And so that's pretty much my update. I know it's been a while, but hopefully now that I've got, you know, I'm settled and I've got a routine going here somewhat, you know, I can do more videos. I would like to start doing a morning coffee. I love my cappuccino in the morning, so I may do a few live morning coffees and discuss life. Life sucks sometimes. It really, really sucks. And I'm not thrilled about being alone. And I'm not thrilled about, you know, all that I'm going to have to endure for the rest of my life without my husband. You know, I don't like to make decisions. I just don't. That's why when my kid says, we'll take care of it, I'm like, go ahead. Have at it, because I just don't like to do it. I don't like to mess with real estate. I don't like to navigate furniture buying and navigate, you know, pretty much anything that requires a lot of brain cells. So it's just been a whirlwind the last couple of weeks, and I'm getting settled in. It's just going to take some time, and I need patience, because sometimes I want it done right now, and it doesn't get like, you know, I didn't have a washer and dryer when I got here, so it just arrived yesterday, and you know, so I've got a couple weeks worth of laundry to catch up with, but it'll all be fine. I'll work on it in my own time, and it'll get done. I'm in no big hurry. I have found out that I'm just, I'm in no hurry for anything. I'm in no hurry to, you know, the furniture is just setting exactly where they put it. I don't care. I don't care. We'll get it moved in place when the time is right. I mean, I no more than got here and this death happened. So they've had to step away and take care of business there, and I completely understand that. I completely understand, and I'm good. But as soon as everything clears up and we have the time, then we will focus on getting the furniture in place. I've got a sectional, and I got the corner sectional sitting in one part of the house, and the rest of it is sitting in the living room. So, but that's fine. I can live in a little bit of mess for right now. So, but we'll get it together. We will work together, and I'm just, like I said, I believe this was the right move for me. Clay knew that. He knew that if I didn't get out of Florida, that I would just sit there and die. So I'm here, safe and sound, a little tired. I think I'm going to be tired for a while. But I'll take a few days, later down the road, and I will just binge watch The Waltons. I got the whole series on DVD this week in the mail, and I'm so happy. I love The Waltons. I love all the older shows, because I was born in the 60s, so I love all of that stuff. And so I'll just take a day where I just lay on the couch and just watch The Waltons. So I hope you guys have a great week. Say a little prayer for my daughter-in-law's family. This was a devastating death. It happened quickly. He passed in his sleep, and he had been sick, but no one expected this. So just say a little extra prayer for them, and I will be in touch as quickly as I can. Like I said, it's just been a whirlwind, and there's not really been a lot of time. And I don't have my lighting kit. I can't find it yet. It's packed away somewhere, so I'm having to use the house lighting, so the quality's not going to be that great on my phone. But at least I am checking in with everybody, and everything's good. Everything's good. Still sad, still very sad. But I will survive. I will survive. I'm not the first one to lose their husband, and I'm sure I won't be the last. But for me, first was enough. For me, this was enough. Divorce is easy compared to this. Life changes immediately at death. So enjoy your spouse for as long as you can, and enjoy life. Take the time to smell the flowers. Most of them say take the time to smell the roses, but I love all flowers. I love all colors. I have no favorite. They're all my favorite. So take time to smell the flowers. Take time to notice the beauty of nature. Feed the squirrels, feed the birds, feed the deer. Just pick up your butt, get off the couch, and go do something. Life is precious, and before you know it, it fades away. So with that, I'm going to get off of here and finish getting ready for this memorial service, this visitation. And you guys have a great week, and I'll be in touch soon. Ta-ta.